Hey guys, I'm Louis from Louis Loops, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a witch hat. And the reason I have all three of these guys here is because I use this exact same pattern to make all three of these hats. So here's Gandalf from Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and here's a witch, and here's Link from Legend of Zelda. And I use this same pattern to make all three of these. And all three of these patterns are available in my Etsy store. Sorry, quick little plug. And go ahead and click any one of these right now to go to the pattern. It'll open in a new window and you can get it there. Or there'll be links in the description. So now that we got that over with, today we're going to be making a witch's hat. And this is a pretty quick and easy pattern. Let's get these guys out of the way. Pretty quick and easy pattern. And yeah, let's just get started. So normally I'd be using a smaller yarn than this. I'm using a slightly bigger yarn. I think this is Vanda's Choice. Normally I use Lion Brand's Cottonese and a smaller size G crochet hook, but today I'm using a size I crochet hook, and Lion Brand's Vanda's Choice I think is what this is, and it's just gray. Let's see if I can find the end of this. Okay, so we found the end, and all we need to do to start is make a slip knot. And you can, again, as most people know, you can use a magic hoop method here too, but I like using a slip knot. Chain 2, okay, and we're going to single crochet 4 in the second chain from the hook. Now I'm using a bigger yarn here because it's way easier to show you guys. This can get really complicated when it's a smaller yarn, but when it's a big yarn like this, it's easier to show. It might not come out the same way, obviously. Okay, so we have 4 single crochets. We want to turn it. We don't want to turn it, rather, but we want to turn it up a little bit because we're going to be only working in the top or the back loops for all these ones, and we're going to single crochet 1 in each for round 2. We're going to go into the back loops right here and single crochet 1 in each loop. Now the way I like to do this is because it can get a little weird around the third one, is I like to open the loop like this and then go into the back loop, tighten up our loop on the hook, and then pull one through. It makes it easier to maneuver around. So I open it up, turn it around a little bit, then get into it. When it's this tiny, it's just kind of hard to get your hook in the right way. And it'll turn in like this, but that's okay, but just turn it out. And I know this looks complicated when it's this small, but okay. So now we got our first round done. Now we're going to want to single crochet 1 in the first and then 2 in the next. There we go. 1 in the first loop. And 2 in the next one, right there. Oops. Where'd it go? There it is. Should have picked a better color because it's kind of tough to see these loops here. And we're going into both loops now, if you guys couldn't tell. The first one was only to turn it out like this. Okay. Now we're going to go into the next one. We're going to do 1 in the next, and then 2 in the last one to make 6 single crochets all the way around. Okay, then now we're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around. So pretty easy. You just go ahead and throw 1 in each. It should be 6 around even. So we're at 2. 3. This can be kind of tough. I'm crocheting a little tight right now, which can be the problem with this bigger yarn, but 5 and 6. All right, you can see it's kind of getting the point. All right, so now we're going to want to do 2 in the first. So that's an increase in the first stitch. So 1 and 2. 2 in the next, which is right here. And that'll be 1, 2. That's 3, 4, if counting right. And then 1 in the next, the last 4 stitches. So 1, which sorry, I should count 5, 6, and 7, and 8. So we just increased it all the way to 8. Okay, so now we're going to do 1 in the next. We're on to round 4 or 5, I'm not sure. So we'll go into the next stitch right here, and we're going to do 1, and then 2. We're going to increase in the next 2 stitches. So we're at stitch 1, and then 2 and 3. Okay, increase in the next one. We're at 4 and 5. And then single crochet 1 in the next 5 stitches, because we're increasing to 10 now. 6, so that's 7, 8, 9, and finally 10. Okay, pretty easy. Now, some of you guys might get the pattern now. So now we're going to do 1 in the next. Okay, so that's 1. 1 in the next one again. So that's 2. And then increase in the next 2. So that's 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and then single crochet 1 in the next 6. So we're increasing to 12 now. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so that's the last one in that little pattern that we were going for. My yarn keeps getting away from me. There we go. So now we want to do 1 in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 2 in the next stitch, 4, and 5. And then we're going to repeat that pattern 2 more times. So we're going to 15 now. So we're at 5, we want to do 1 in the next 3, 6, okay, we're at 7, 8, so we single crochet 1 in the next 3, increase in the next one again, so that's 9 and 10, and then we're going to repeat that process 1 more time. So we're single crochet 1 in the next 3, so 11, 12, 13, and then 2 in the next one, 14 and 15. Get more yarn. Alright, now we're on the next round, and we're going to single crochet 1 in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Increase in the next, so that's 5 and 6. And then single crochet 1 in the next 4 again. We're going to repeat that 3 times. So we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then increase in the next, 11, 12. One more time. That's single crochet 1 in the next 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're at 14 in the total single crochets, and then increase in the next. So that's 17 and 18. Sorry, I meant 16 in the total. But now we're at 18 all the way around. Okay, now we're going to do this same kind of process one more time. So we're going to single crochet 1 in the next 5 this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Increase in the next to 7, so 6 and 7. Okay, and then repeat that process again. So we're going to single crochet 1 in the next 5, so that's we're at 8. Get that little 9, 10, 11, 12, and then increase in the next 13, 14, and then one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we'd be at 19 total. And then increase in the last one here, 20, and then 21. So now's where it gets a little weird, so now we don't follow any pattern really. We're going to single crochet 1 in the next, we're on the next round. Last round if you're making it for the link hat. We're going to single crochet 1 in the next 15 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you're doing this, if you're making this for the link, if you're making this to make a link hat, you'd be done after this round. If you're making this for the witch hat or Gandalf's hat, I'll show you guys that we got one more round after this. So now we're at 13 and 14 and 15. Now we're going to increase in the next. So 16 and 17. Single crochet 1 in the next 2, so that's 18, 19. Increase in the next 20, 21. 1 in the next 2 stitches again. So 22, 23, and then increase in the next 24, 25. Get more yarn, and then single crochet 1 in the next 3 to finish off this round. So 1, 2, and 3. So now we are done with, if we were making the link hat, we would be done. We could slip stitch 1 in this last one, pull through, and then sew it in. And then I like to sew down the end like this, so it looks more like that. And you can kind of see how we're going right now. But for the witch's hat, we still need to make a brim. And now if it's looking a little wobbly, I've never made it with this yarn, but if you're making it with a stronger yarn like cotton, it won't be as wobbly, it'll be more straightforward. But I mean, that's okay. Sometimes it looks cool when it's wobbly like this, and it'll look cool with a brim. So now we're on our last round if you're making this for the witch's hat. And how we're going to start that is we're going to single crochet. We're only working in the front loops this time. So remember in the beginning we did the back loop to make it kind of like a weird point. This time we're doing the other way around to make it more of a fan out kind of situation. So we're only working in the front loop right here. Okay, so just that one. All right, now we're going to single crochet 1 in the first one. Now we're just going to half double crochet, and if you don't know what half double crocheting is, because we've only been using single crochet for most of our patterns. It's you loop, yarn over, go into the next stitch, again only in the top or front loop, pull loop through, and then pull loop through both. Okay, and we're going to be doing that all the way around. So let's do that one more time. Yarn over, go only in this top loop right here, or front loop rather, and pull through both. Okay, and that's it. We're gonna do that all the way around until we get to this this first single crochet we made in the front loop here. And I'm gonna speed this part up because you don't need to see me keep going over and over again. So yeah, we'll get back to it right when we get to the end. Alright, so we're at the end of our half double crochets. We did a half double crochet all the way around. So now all we need to do is go into our first single crochet that we made in this round, into both loops, pull one loop through and then one loop through both. So we're just single crocheting back in the first one. Then we're going to want to slip stitch in the last one. When you slip stitch, you just pull a loop and then pull a loop through both of these. We're going to go ahead and cut. We're going to cut this one a little short. But if you're making this for an amigurumi witch hat, you want to cut this really long so you can have it, so you can sew it onto the head of whatever you're making. We're going to thread this into our needle, like so. Go around our next stitch here, like that, and then into the middle of the last one. And then we're just going to hide it in to our piece. We're going to go all the way down just like that. And again, if you're making this for the amigurumi, you'd make this really long. And so what I did is cut it loose. So there we go. It's done. So now we have just the basic hat part. Now if you wanted to put, if I was making this into a witch hat, I would stitch a little purple. First off, I would make this black, not gray. And then I would stitch a little purple all the way around, and then a little yellow buckle on the end. And that's really easy. You guys don't need me to show you how to do that. I just stitched around it. But yeah, so there we go. I hope you guys like this pattern. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below, and make sure to subscribe because next week, so you get notified. Next week we're making a little skull. So hit that subscribe button for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked it. We'll put these guys to the side. Happy Halloween if you guys are watching this in this Halloween time. And go ahead and click any of these little guys here to go right to the pattern. Put these guys, make it nice and framed. There we go, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.